So there are some tricks to waterproofing your shoes beyond actually just getting it done. So I thought I would put them here in this video to share with you. When you buy a delicate material like Italian silk or suede, you need to waterproof them before their first wear. If it's something like soft leather, look, you can waterproof it and condition it, but it's not totally necessary. And then when you have materials like patent leather, glitter, shiny leather, hair, these kinds of ones generally shouldn't be waterproofed because it can damage those really interesting textures. So the first things first, you do need to look at the kind of material that your shoes are made out of to determine the best approach to waterproofing. So there are different things. For something like a soft leather, often there are things that are like creams and beeswax that can help not only with the waterproofing, but also the conditioning. When you're looking at materials that are more like your silks and those, really nice porous suedes, they're going to need more of a spray or something like that. So just have a look when you're looking at the shelves of waterproofing materials. Make sure you read to check what materials that particular waterproofer is best for. Frequently, they will be color agnostic. They're just like a clear waterproofer. Sometimes they have color in them. Regardless of which one you choose, test a little patch of it on your shoes before putting it all over the entire shoe, just to make sure it's not going to damage them or change the color in a way that you're unhappy with. Now, steps to actually waterproofing the shoes. The first thing you need to do is make sure that they are completely clean. If you've just taken them fresh out of the box, then just give them a bit of a wipe down with a clean towel or piece of cloth. And that's just to get the particles off the shoe to make sure there's nothing on there before you apply the waterproofer. If, however, they are shoes that you've had for a little while, like a pair of soft leather shoes, you might want to just get that same clean cloth and like a tiny little bit of warm water or with a little bit of detergent in it. Again, be careful with this and just like really clean off anything that dirt and bits and pieces that might be on the shoe. If they're a pair of shoes that you've conditioned and waterproofed before and they're soft leather, you are going to need to clean them up so that you can take that layer off again before re-waterproofing them. And there's a few different ways to do this depending on what you used on the shoe. So go back to that bottle and have a read of it just to check how you should go about that process. Once you're done cleaning, make sure the shoes are fully dry before we go to the next step. I have to admit, this next step sounds like a little bit of a cop-out, but I don't know exactly what product you are going to have chosen to use, so just make sure you really read the product instructions carefully and follow them. I'm sorry, I know that seems like such a cop-out. Make sure you do get full coverage on the shoe with that waterproofer as well. Get down to the very edges of the shoe. Try not to get it on the soles of the shoe, it's going to make it really slippery and not great. But yeah, make sure you follow those instructions super carefully. If your shoe has any embellishments on them, like, kind of like ribbon bows or some jewels and things like that, you will need to cover them before you actually apply the waterproofer as well, because sometimes the waterproofer can damage any of the embellishments on your shoe. Some ways that you might want to do it is get a little bit of masking tape and just gently wrap it up. If you've got some alfoil or some Glad wrap in the kitchen, that could be another good option too for something around your house to use to protect those parts of your shoe. Once you're done applying the waterproofer, just let them sit and dry properly, and honestly after that you shouldn't need to do it again for another year. So tell me, have you ever ruined a pair of shoes by accident by not waterproofing them? Have you got any great waterproofing tips that you want to share? If you do, please put them into the comments below so that I can learn a little bit more and keep remembering to protect my shoes. I hope that you're well, and don't forget, do everything before you're ready. Bye.